welcome back to UNMC Diaries. My name is Shamra
Yeah, I'm Ken.
and today we have...
Mustafa bin Zohair.
So, Mustafa, why are you here?
So today I'm here to conduct a talk session with both of you regarding my elections for Home Students Officer.
Okay, so it's a pretty obvious question Ken and I have for you. Why are you running for Home Students Officer?
Because I believe that I have a lot of ideas and policies or plans that I have in my mind or that I want to implement, and these policies are regarding under the jurisdictions of a Home Students Officer.
Okay.
So I glanced through your manifesto, and one thing I found is that your M is the McDonald's
Looks like a...
M.
I mean, like, dude, it looks like a McDonald's leaflet. Was that on purpose so people will look at it?
Yep, the whole reason behind it was so that I can create a sense of attachment that people will have towards my manifesto. That's the first reason. And the second reason is because I love McDonald's. Just that.
Not sponsored, but
Not
McDonald's.
sponsored by
You
McDonald's.
should consider sponsoring him.
yeah.
No, and plus, I did not use the, just to clarify, I did not use the McDonald's sign from the image, from Google Images, but instead there is a font, it's called McLawsuit font, that imitates the sign of the M.
So you're not copyright
I'm not copyrighting
infringing.
it, yeah. And plus, it does say it's golden arches, and my McDonald's sign is not
Golden Arch.
So he planned this through.
Yeah. I even had to go through the whole entire like McDonald copyright booklet.
Yeah, so you thought it through.
Yeah.
Okay, so Mustafa, when running for Home Students Officer, what would you say you do differently from the current committee and the current SA?
Okay, so what I feel that what I would do differently is to make sure that the Home Students Officer is being widely known by UNMC students in general, because from a mini survey that I've conducted with by asking most of my close friends, many of them do not know what does the Home Students Officer do. Yeah, so that's what I would like to improve on, to make sure that every student in UNMC knows the portfolios that lie under the Home Students Officer.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so Mustafa, what do you think is the biggest problem in UNMC so far?
And how would you like resolve it?
The biggest problem in UNMC, there are a few. So, for example, like the first would be in case of emergencies, many people do not know, in accommodations especially, many people do not know who to go to or who to contact. So, to resolve it, I would suggest that we create a standard operating procedure for people to actually, for her students to know who their hall warden and hall tutor is. So that's one of the biggest problems that I see. So, for example, like during the J block flooding that happened, many students did not know who to contact, right?
True.
By creating a standard operating procedure for students to get to know their hall warden, they will know who to contact in case of emergencies like that.
But isn't the standard procedure already out there? It's just that nobody knows what it is because nobody actually pays attention during the briefing or something like that.
So the standard operating procedure that they currently have is that when the briefing is being given, no students pay attention, right? So to enhance the standard operating procedure, I would suggest that instead of giving just a briefing, what the accommodation network should do is to print out a pamphlet that says the hall warden's name on the pamphlet and the contact of the hall warden and his room and a list of his responsibilities to you and the rules and regulations and stuff like that, and paste each of the small pamphlets in each of the rooms. So for example, like if you're in a hotel, if you go to a hotel, if you enter the room, if you open the drawer, in the drawer there's the emergency contacts, right? And if you do this in every accommodation rooms, people will have the sense of security. That's first, and plus people want to keep that pamphlet, and in case of emergency, I know who to contact, right? Yeah.
So Mustafa, I think this is a question we have to ask. The main question of the day is, why should people actually vote for you?
Yeah, like convince us. Why should we vote for you?
Okay, why you should vote for me is because I am very dedicated in my work. Okay, that's one. Second,
you can see by the whole McDonald's like, these are against the law.
Yeah. Second is because when I was in boarding school, I was a part of the essay, as you can say, and I helped the portfolio of the Information Communication Exco and Transport Network and also Welfare Network. So I've developed a sense of attachment and feeling towards taking care of the welfare of students.
So Mustafa, say you do win, how would you celebrate? I mean, would you celebrate first of all?
I would celebrate, and I would celebrate by going out with all of my friends and my peers who have actually helped me so much in learning and teaching me how to campaign and giving me very constructive inputs on my manifestos and stuff like that.
But on the other hand, what if you lose?
What's your
Do
plan?
you have any plans after that?
So the visions that I have right now, which I would love to be seen translated into action. I have all these visions, right? So I would love to see how all these visions be translated into action. So even if I lose, I would rather than just keeping quiet and not joining any other networks, I would want to join the Home Officer network under Sandra Chang, and from there I would provide her with all of my manifesto points and my visions that I have. And if she needs any help in actually translating all those visions into actions, I would be there to help her.
So, Mustafa, do you have anything else to say to everybody?
I would say that vote for me for HSO. That's one. Second, if you have any questions, do feel free to come to me if you see me around campus, or reach my Instagram or my Facebook handle. It's MUS _ Zoher ZOHER 99. Or you can come for my hustings, which will be held on Tuesday, 26th of February, 8 p.m. at F1A15.
They have
memorize
it.
that. Okay.
They
So
have
basically
it.
that's it from us. So thank you so much for.
Thank you so much for listening.
Time.
Thank
Yeah.
you so much
Thank
for
you.
being here. Bye, guys.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye. Hello and welcome to UNMC Diaries. My name is Shamra and this is Ken.
Hi, I'm Ken,
And today we have
Sandra. I'm currently running for the Home Officer, so I hope you vote me.
So Sandra.
First question. Why are you running for
Home
Home
Officer.
Officer?
Well, as of now, I'm currently under the Welfare Network team as one of the transport portfolio leader. So after experiencing, seeing what Andy do and what change you can do, bring for the betterment of the student, I thought why not I just take the responsibility, take the lead to actually run for it in hopes that I would bring something innovative that not only enables, that will enable me to improve the welfare of students as a whole.
So Sandra, what would you do differently from, say you get the position, what would you do differently from the current committee? Like how would you make a bigger change? What would you improve on?
As in committee, do you mean that?
The current SA.
So currently, SA is Andy, a Home Officer. For me, I personally feel like he did a lot, but what I want to do is to continue improving on what things that he has implemented. Because sometimes when it comes to dealing with management and whatnot, you cannot do everything within an academic year. It's almost impossible. So I would start by doing following up on whatever he has proposed. Next, I would like to implement a new thing that I would like to implement is a lost and found platform. Because if you guys realize, following the confession page, constantly there's lost and found posts being posted on the confession page. So I was thinking, why not make it centralized and make it real time so that your posts, all the lost and found posts wouldn't be drowned out by other confession posts.
So you will have a page and as soon as something's lost or found, it's just posted there hi guys, this is lost. Hi guys, we found this.
Yes, and also as currently we have actually a platform where you can go to the security office to provide those lost and found things, but oftentimes the found items are all just gathering dust at the security office there. So my goal is to make recovery process easier for people.
So, Sandra, what do you think is the biggest problem in UNMC right now?
Currently.
Currently, okay, that's I think currently we have lack of understanding in terms of the students as a whole, because oftentimes, let's say, for example, last semester we have the transportation problem. Everyone seems to be complaining about that, saying that, oh, why did you shift this here, and also the parking problem and whatnot. Oftentimes, changes requires budget, and what the management, what things that need to be changed requires approval, there's a lot of standard of operating procedure that we have to go through. And oftentimes, even though we have like the students are speaking up on this concern, management are not taking, they want to change but they can't change because they're also constrained due to the budget. So the one problem is that students do not understand that this is the situation the management is in, especially, let's say, like costs.
Yeah.
Like for example, the recent flood in Block J, it's costly to the management. So the students have to understand such thing and to like, it's a give and take. So me, my goal as a home officer is first, always I'm going to put student opinion first, as like I will push for you guys, I'm on your team, but yet again, I want to spread that, I want to make the committee of the students to be more understanding on the position of the management itself.
I see. So Sandra, I was going through your manifesto and I really liked it, but you mentioned that you wanted to make like surveys more available via emails, but like, don't you think like these days everybody just keeps complaining about emails?
Yes, pertaining to the survey, it's just one and an option to make surveys more available, because that is actually like we cannot physically reach everyone, go to each one to say please fill up your email. So this is just insurance for us, like an insurance for us to spread the whole news. But my goal is to not only do email but to do like lecture bashing and also booth, like beginning of the semester. This is not to only increase the surveys amount, because those surveys are what we give like our visit to management to say there is a problem. So the goal of this to increase the survey is the awareness of it is also to highlight the importance of it also, because without the voice we cannot propose a suggestion, we cannot implement it. Let's say we have like 4,000 students and only 500 students do the survey. It's just the problem level, it's just a small proportion. Therefore,
that's why no change happens.
Yes, that's the problem. That's why I wish that students actually realize the importance of the survey, that merely putting in confession page is not really the way to go.
So Sandra, I think this is the main question. Why should we vote for you?
Why should we? Because like, it's interesting because Ken is local and I'm international, and we asked this from the ISO as well. Like, both of us would have different reasons for voting for you.
Okay, so why would you want to vote for me? First thing is that I have experience in terms of being under the welfare network team. I seen like it's being with this experience, I'm able to execute things faster rather than someone who's newly coming into the team. I understand what it goes, how does this thing goes, why it doesn't happen and what not. So because one academic year is just a short time.
Sure.
Therefore, I would like to straight away propose changes. So, and also to propose a change and to implement a change takes time. So with my experience, I can cut the learning period so that I can make change faster for the betterment of the student. And another reason is that I believe that I can bring something different. I can innovate. I would like to innovate, even if I don't, I would also like to, let's say the lost and found platform.
Yeah.
I would like, I hope my contender also like could implement it, because I personally feel that it's something really useful to the student as a whole. And also another thing is that I have ideas, let's say for SAFAS, to make like, if you see my manifesto, there's one whereby I would like to spread first aid as a norm to students. So personally, it's why you should vote for me is because I'm not only there for you, but I'm also there to improve your skills and whatnot.
So Sandra, say you do win. What's the first thing you're gonna do if you realize you won? How would you celebrate?
Would you celebrate?
Would you?
Yeah, personally, I'm not that type that is like, I wouldn't go all out to like celebrate or clubs and whatnot. I think the first thing that I would do if I win is straight away plan out the schedule, because I feel like it's a responsibility entrusted by from the student to me. So it's no hanky-panky, like it's not time to celebrate, it's just the beginning of the whole journey. So first thing is to do out the schedule of whatever events I want to do and what I'm supposed to propose and whatnot. And next is to find people who are willing to join my team not only willing to join my team, who write and have the same vision as I do. So that's most likely the first thing I will actually do is get everything, get right to it.
Okay, but Sandra, what happens if you don't win? What are your plans?
So being a year 3 student, right? That if I don't win, then I will just continue on, let's say, because I'm currently also under Accounting Finance Society, maybe I would just be one of their committee and whatnot. And also, I wouldn't mind being under the Welfare Network team as a portfolio leader, but that is if my opponent feel comfortable with me being there, and or do we write or not? Because it's no purpose if I don't write with him and he don't write with me, and then it will be very awkward, and it's going to be awkward for everyone. So that's also another thing that I'm concerned. But I don't mind contributing.
You don't mind. So, Sandra, thank you so much for being with us today.
Yeah, really appreciate your time.
And thank you guys so much for watching and listening.
Okay.
So that's end of the episode. Bye bye.
Bye.
Bye.